Hello everybody and welcome to QUTV's Game Day here on the GLVC Sports Network here in Pepsi Arena, celebrating its 75th anniversary this year. I am your host, Carter Lenzen, and riding shotgun with me today is Lucas Laudentine. Lucas, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing really well. I think we have two teams here that should be actually a sneaky, interesting matchup. Two teams that are a little bit better than their record might show.
Oh, definitely. And these two teams, for men's basketball, are the Quincy University Hawks taking on the Drury Panthers today. Quincy did beat them the first time they played this year in a matchup in Springfield, Missouri by a score of 92-59, but the Hawks have been on a little bit of a struggle with the new head coach, Brad Hoyt, at the helm.
I think the interesting thing, though, about that struggle is that they're 2-8 in January. Their average margin of defeat is only 5 points. So while they might be struggling to close out games, they are right there with all of these GLVC opponents.
Yeah, the Hawks do look to continue their conference play with some wins and end off the regular season strong. And you have to look to see if the Hawks do a good job shooting and get going early, because that they are dangerous from beyond the three-point line and can also dish down low and get easy dunks like we saw on Friday night.
Yeah, this is a team they like to play kind of outside and in. They got a lot of really dominant, really good guards. They don't really have any significant big man, especially today. You're going to have Mason Wujek's going to be out for another game. And so you're going to have a small Hawks lineup look to really space the floor and try to get to the rim that way.
Yeah, you're going to see an interesting lineup tonight. You're going to look out for tonight's point guard, Jake Hamilton, Ethan Brown, and L. Seeger, who will come off the bench. Max Bucher is also a weapon that's going to be shooting beyond the arc and commanding that offense for the Hawks. But defensively, it's going to be a bit of a toss-up between the three and making sure those points get shut down.
Yeah, and if you want somebody who's been stepping up for the Hawks recently, Joshua Bocher, in this last game against Missouri S&T, came off the bench. He had 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks. So that could potentially be another spark plug for the Hawks here if they need some more firepower in close to the basket.
While they did lose on Friday night, the Hawks were playing red hot, keeping number 5 in the nation, Missouri S&T, below 10 points most of the game. So it's going to be a great game here today. But we got to take a look at the Drury Panthers now. The Panthers are really back and forth during conference play. The games they have lost have been very close. And the Panthers love to fight at the end and play all 4 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, this most recent loss against Truman State, they lost by 16, but you had Colin Hardrick, a freshman, stepped up. He had 26 points and 8 rebounds and really did his best to keep this team in the game.
Yeah, the Panthers stand right in the middle of GLVC play with a reason to come out and play hard against a struggling Quincy University, who is at the bottom 2. And you have some key players that you're going to look for the Panthers today in Zach Howell and Joyek Ruek. Howell is doing good and beyond the basket, averaging 15.1 points per game, as well as averaging 5 assists as well.
Yeah, and the other guy to look out for Drury, that they will run a lot of their offense, they will run a lot of sets to try to get looks for him, is Logan Applegate. He's averaging 12 points per game. He's another shooter slash guy that likes to get to the rim, and he's just a guy that they like to run a lot of their offense for.
This Drury offense can get hot quickly, but if the Hawks are able to shut them down, it's going to be a long day for the Panthers. So, Lucas, what do you think your score prediction will be today?
I think my score prediction, you have two teams that really like to run, so I think it could be a fairly high-scoring affair. I think it's going to be Quincy wins by a score of 86 to, say, 79.
Yeah, it's going to be high. It's going to be a very competitive game from the first whistle to the end of the game. It's going to be a great game all around. I'm going to go with Hawks on top 92, Drury Panthers 88, because you have two very high-scoring offenses being able to get points all around the arc. This has been our coverage of QUTV's Game Day here in Pepsi Arena. Stay tuned for men's basketball between the Quincy University Hawks and the Drury Panthers.